Hurricane Milton, here we go. We're just prepping, which doesn't mean a lot for us. Nursery. I just saw my buddy Nick's Edibles just mentioned the other day, lay and pray. I like it. It's a good term. Lay and pray. Lay your plants down because the hurricane gonna lay them down for you. So we laid down the entire nursery. That's gonna happen anyway, so at least they're laid clean, nice, neat on top of each other. No one's gonna smash and fall and break or anything. As far as everything else, we have too much to really worry about. I don't really like, the only thing I really would stake are banana trees. I don't like staking canopy trees because if the stake actually happens to hold up really well and then the wind blows the top of your tree off, that's kind of suck. I'd rather see them uprooted. If your tree just tips over and pops the roots out of the ground when the storm's over, you just stand it right back up and just go for it. I just don't think there's a whole lot to do, honestly. Harvest whatever's ripe and fresh, ready to go. We got a bunch of papaya still. I'm sure that it can come off. But we've been through a few of these things. We've been through, well, what did we have? Matthew, Irma, Ian. Those are the three biggest ones, I think, over the last 10 years. But we lost our minds during Matthew. Like, we were frantic and crazy and running around prepping things and tying things down and doing all this stuff. And I think a lot of it has to do with knowing the property too, is like knowing we're not going to get excessive ground wind. We don't have a whole lot of open area. It's not like being on a wide open neighborhood where the streets are wide open and the wind just comes ripping through. We just don't get that. Most of it stays a little bit higher up. So we're not going to concern ourselves with too much, honestly, because we went crazy that first time just doing all that and it didn't really do much. So anything that's valuable and really unique and you have it potted up, that's great. Bring those in and take good care of them. Prop your fruited banana plants. But a lot of bananas are going to fall. I know Josh Jameson at Cody Cove was just talking about cutting your banana leaves in half and leaving half of them. It takes a lot of the canopy off of them, keeps them a little lighter and a little less wind resistance. And as far as finishing out fruit and everything, he had mentioned that it's a good method. It works well for him. So potentially, if you only have a few banana trees and you're not going to spend a whole day doing it, this whole place there's banana trees everywhere. It would take half the day, so I'm not doing that. And a lot of them are 35 foot tall, so we're just gonna let it ride. They fall over. The corms are still there. You can multiply plants. This area, let's walk back here, baby. My beautiful wife is my camera chick. There she is. She's playing Charlie Chaplin today. She's silent.
Silent. I'm the strong silent type.
The strong silent type. So Ian knocked down our entire backyard. Like 3 80-foot trees came down. Completely smashed everything. Nothing was here after Ian. That was 2022, right? 21 or 22? Not that long ago.
I don't know. I don't remember.
It wasn't that long ago. Like, here, we got some ripes. I need to pick these. These are ready to go. But we've got some guests.
Got another one.
We have some guests staying here that happen to like papaya, so that's a good thing. We got some West Coast refugees over here with us. But if you just notice like how thick this is. Oh yeah, I know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we got a little bitter.
Sidetracked. I got sidetracked.
Little bitter.
Oh,
little bitter bananas.
My little baby banana tree.
So you may want to shove something up in there.
Yeah, we need to stake that.
Before it's storm. But the point of this is, this area, all of this, is since Hurricane Ian. Because this thing was literally just a flat dirt. Just everything got destroyed, and we had to take so many large trees out of here. We were in here with the tractor and chainsaws and tearing out 2 and 3 foot wide logs. So we decimated everything here. Everything you see here is brand new since Hurricane Ian, and we've got fruit trees that are 20 foot tall. I've got we already took off 15 feet off of that mulberry tree. We've got avocados and cherries. There's so much stuff in there that has already fruited. So the bottom line is, don't get too depressed if this hurricane flattens your food forest. It'll be back up like that.
That's why it's a forest.
Yeah.
Forests regenerate.
Yeah, it's made to rebound. So this is more of a relax and don't worry so much about your plants video, because we don't.
Worry about your power outage
Yeah,
more. Focus on that.
Our focus here is prepping, is making sure we have food available, making sure my generator is good to go, making sure that I know what is going to happen over the next few days. We lose power here for a week to a week and a half, 2 weeks sometimes, because we're way back here in the dirt and we're just kind of last on the fix-it list. So we're thinking about, what are we going to eat? How are we going to take care of ourselves? We have some animals we need to take care of. We need to have water access, all of that stuff. So I have, bless you.
Thank you.
I've turned off my main irrigation system, so none of my auto systems will turn on and drain my well when the power is off. But much more of our focus in this food forest is about what we're going to do to feed ourselves. So we harvested a big soup yesterday. We got a salad and a soup yesterday, so we're pretty set on those. We made a bunch of food. Kelly's been making sourdough and sandwich bread and stuff. So our prep for hurricane is usually just making sure we're going to be able to eat well, because all our modern conveniences are going to be gone for a while after tonight. So that's pretty much it. Protect what you can and don't stress too much about the rest, because it will grow back, and it'll usually grow back thicker and fuller and lusher and better. So this is standing living proof of that things just come ripping back. I mean, look at this, is just beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it. I love walking through my little mini Costa Rica here. Probably going to lose some branches on Cecropia. It really isn't a terrible thing. That thing got too tall. That Cecropia is a monster. It's got a bunch of air layers set in it, so that'll be one of the first things I look at. I have 2 Cecropia trees full of air layers. As soon as the storm's over, I'm going to come check and see if any of these air layers got snapped off, and if they did, I'll immediately get them potted up. If not, if the whole top of the tree could get snapped off. But it'll grow back. That tree's only a year old. 1 year. That was an air layer last year. I put it in the ground last season. 1 year old, 20 foot tall. So this is where we're at. This is what we're doing. This is Homestead Nursery Farmer 101 Hurricane Survival. Don't do a whole lot out here. Just let it happen. But if you know you're in a windy area and you got to tie some things down, get it done. But I know our property, so think about your property, and if you're new to the area, maybe ask the neighbors, how is it here during a hurricane or a big storm? Do we get a lot of wind? Do we flood? You know, we don't deal with flooding. We're way high and dry, so I don't have to think about that. We used to have to think about these big trees. We took a lot of them out. This one could flop.
Yep.
That could fall. Could happen.
That could fall.
If it does, it does. But you know what? It's not going to hit my house. So all the ones that could hit the house are gone. That could do any kind of damage. This one, be nice if that one was out of here, but my guy is on a vacation, I guess. He hasn't been around for a while. So luckily we took off majority of that tree, like the entire backside's off of it. This big limb out front's off of it. There's just a couple of big things. There's no canopy. I wouldn't imagine to see that one uprooting. Maybe snap those top limbs off, which would just make it easier on us to take it down, honestly. But whatever happens, happens. At this point, we're safe. We've done our work. We took out some giant trees all around this house over the last 2 years, pretty much getting ready for hurricanes. And we were saved last year. We didn't get anything last year, which was really, really nice. But here it comes. We're not avoiding this one. So I hope anyone and everyone can get something out of that. Just be ready. Stay safe.